Hello, everyone, and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome, and thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy commentary without all the fluff, join our family by subscribing. We are all familiar with the tragic events that unfolded on the reality series called Welcome to Sweetie Pies, and we all fell in love with the matriarch, Ms Robbie. Due to the events that involved her son Tim, as you all know, she has left St. Louis and moved to Jackson, Mississippi, which is the home of her new restaurant and has been providing shout outs here and there as to her well being. She recently sat down with her niece, Avera, to do an interview and give us an update as to what's been going on. Here she is.
Well, everything was segregated then. So it was like 20 of us, and we were all like a family. So we did everything together. I mean, we never mingled with other people because we were self-contained. So being with them was like being with my family away from home. And it was just a wonderful experience. I learned a whole lot. I mean, you hear a lot of things about those days and what people think, but we were just a wonderful family together. We leaned on each other. Things were segregated. So it was just a wonderful experience for me leaving home with a group like that, being protected. We kind of looked out for each other. Ike was, you hear all the bad things, but Ike was like a father to us. And I learned a whole lot from him. And a lot of things I learned from Ike, I applied to my business today. But back then we thought he was mean but I realized that this was his brand and he wanted to make sure it was right. No matter Tina, Ikettes, or whoever was in that review, we had to do everything on point because this was his brand. I didn't know that then, but now I realize it having my own brand. It was really amazing because at the time when we moved to LA, I never knew anything about the background scene, but after we moved to LA, I found out there was a whole different world being a background singer. And we got the opportunity to sing behind all these people, Nancy Sinatra, that I'd never heard of, but they all used background singer. Black girls, in fact, that was the main thing. I left home St. Louis with a blues singer named Earl Hooker. And I was the only girl back then. Like I said, everything was segregated. The hotels, we maybe had 3 hotels to live in. And I was the only girl with this group. So I was really bashful. The bathrooms were in the hall of these hotels. You didn't have it in your room. And so I was really bashful. We traveled in a station wagon because, they were struggling too. And this was my first opportunity to go on the road. And so when I got to California, I realized that there was a clique and I was able to get into that clique and all the work went to these same people all the time. And I was able to get into that clique, and that's how I met all these other people. I never really thought that I would make it as a singer, but then later on started doing little gigs with the bands around St. Louis, and that's how I met Ike. I was with a guy named Art Lassiter, who I ended up having a kid with. And so he introduced us to Ike. And Nancy Sinatra, Barbara Streisand, the girls had all these jobs. They were contractors, and they would hire different Black singers to put a background on all these groups' albums. Back in that day, they didn't have CDs, but it was albums. So it was really wonderful, an experience that I'll probably never get again, but it was my road to where I ended up. Just amazing. It was amazing. And I love people, and I believe in everybody. I really do. People tell me all the time, you just naive. My mother used to say, you just green. But I believed in these people, and I would give second chances to the prisoners because I always wanted to do something. Like I say, I'm a people person. I would help the charities, make sure that the kids had things during Christmas because I love doing that and I love people and everybody's nice to me. So I have no reason to be mean to them. And that's what I think is a part of my success, being like somebody's grandmother, the aunt, cussing and fussing. But that makes the world go round in my world.
What's it like working with, the queen of television?
She was a very nice person. She kind of reminded me of Tina. She's down to earth, just like I try to be. And when that day that nobody told me she was coming, and I was back there cooking, and I heard this voice say, "Where's Ms Robbie?" And I'm like, who is that? And I knew it sounded like her, but I couldn't imagine because they didn't tell us. But honey, that day made made my day. I didn't bother her that much. They had to sit down with her, but it was just a blessing because she had never been been to the restaurant. I think we had been on about a year or something like that. So I didn't even have a clue. I wasn't ever expecting to meet her because this was business. And when she showed up, she and Gail, and it was just phenomenal. I mean, everybody in St. Louis came. But after that, buses started coming. I mean, people from all over the world, tour buses made it. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. They was coming, eating this food and looking for Ms Robbie. So this was just amazing to me. I'm like, these people coming there. Then we had gotten so they'll call ahead, and we got 3 buses coming at 12. I mean, it just got so big that I never really, to this day, I feel like it's not really real, but it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'll tell my employees, treat these people right because they pass 50 restaurants before they get here. They don't have to come here. So I believe in doing unto others as they do to me. So it was just really amazing.
I didn't want to gloss over the fact that you said a lot of this success came to you when you were in your 70s.
In 70s. So I tell people all the time, don't ever give up because you never know. And now I've got these restaurants, and now I'm back in the studio doing my first video. I've never had a record on my own because I was always backgrounding somebody. And once you get into that little hole, they don't let you out. You have to just crawl your way out. So now I'm down in Mississippi. I have a restaurant down here. I'm down here making sure that this doesn't fail. And so I'm in the studio doing my video. I did 5 songs. And I'm getting ready to get back out there. And I'm like, people, music business changed so much. I don't know anybody, but I'm determined that I'm going to get back out there and get that one hit. I told Kwanzi, who's my manager, I said, I'm going to be the oldest person to get a Grammy. So that's what I'm working on now. Yeah. So you're never too old.
Love it. So you revived your singing career.
Yes.
40 years not singing. You said, you're picking up that microphone again.
Again, I tell them not, but I didn't put the pot down. At first I used to say, well, I put down that mic and picked up a pot. Well, I got the pot and the mic now. So I'm trying to get back out there and just looking forward to going back into the singing.
What advice would you give to young women today?
I give the same advice Mr. Strauss gave to me. It's your dream. You believe in it. If you don't get any help, it's your dream and you can go for it. And I feel if I did it, anybody could do it. If that's your dream and you do whatever it takes. If you have to work on an ice cream truck, do it. And then keep your dream, keep your sight focused, and it can happen. I'm a firm believer in that.
There was no mention of Tim, and rightfully so. What we heard is that this woman is grateful for the life that she's lived and that she will continue to be in service because, as she said and has shown, she loves people no matter who they are. Ms Robbie is truly an amazing woman who loves the community and has a zeal for life. Also, she now has a channel on this platform, so if you want to keep up with her, which I know you do, look in the description box of this video and you will see the link to the full interview and her channel. I would say tell her that I sent you, but the comments are turned off, so it's a no for now. She definitely looks blessed and unbothered, doesn't she? As she should. So, will you all support her new album? Has anyone visited the new restaurant in Jackson? Let's talk about your takeaways from this quick update in the comment section. And if you haven't already, remember to subscribe, like, and turn on your notification bell so you will know when I upload. And stay tuned for more. And I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.